Hello, students. I hope you guys are having a good day, either with your virtual or in-person learning. I can tell you that I have definitely missed being there this week. I'm glad that I get to come back and be with you guys Monday. I'm extremely excited about it. I'm also sharing this video with Mrs. Gowdy students. So hello, Mrs. Gowdy students. My name is Mr. Moore. I teach other business classes in entrepreneurship at the high school. So if I haven't met you, it is nice to meet you. Here, do a little virtual handshake. All right. Um, but I figure that we have a lot of students on quarantine. We have a few students who might have not understood about the stock market project and how to set up your sheet while we were in class today. And since I'm not there in person, it's kind of hard to tell if you guys were just looking at me blankly because you like the beard or something, or if you were confused. So I figured I'd do this video so you guys can kind of follow along if you didn't get everything set up or you're on quarantine, and you'll be caught up and ready to go to get this done by Friday, and then in class next week when we go over it in class. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to open the link to the stock market activity. So I have this on my agenda on my Canvas. I think Mrs. Gowdy has something similar on her. So you'll open it up, and then you should get a form that looks like this. Mine is pretty similar to Mrs. Gowdy. I think I changed a couple of things on it for my class, but you'll be able to follow along as we go on with this video. So the first thing that you do is follow the sheet. So you will create a Google Sheet. So just open Google, click here, Google Sheets. I will open a blank one. There we go. It's up and it's blank and it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and make it into what we're looking for in the class. All right. So if you go back to your document that says what to do, you'll title your sheet Stocks, Period, and Team. So I'm going to pretend I'm in my second period class on gold days. All right. So stocks. So we will title this Stocks, comma, period, and team. So stocks, second period, gold. Easy peasy. That way, when you go and look for it, if you can't find it, it'll be easy to find. You'll know to look for stocks and then what class you're in. So then we will title this the right way. So in A1, you see the A right here, and the 1 will be your last name and first name. So Moore, Mr. No, let's do Moore John. All right. You skip B, then you go to C is class period, D is team. So for this, I am pretending I am a second period student. So period 2, and D is the team. We are gold team for this project. All right. So we go back down. You've done this. You're awesome. You open your document. You titled it. You have the first line. You're getting there. All right. So the next we are going to do skip 2 and go down to row 3, and it will be the date. So for my class, I'm going to do this on Friday. So this is going to be one of your virtual day assignments on Friday, at least for my class. Mrs. Gowdy might do it a little different. So let's date it for this Friday. So date. And this Friday will be the 4th. So 12, 4, 20, 20. All right, cool. Then we go to number 4 here, and this is where we start labeling our actual document here. So we'll do company name, company symbol. All these will be the titles for the cell. So 4 will be company name. I like to do mine in all caps, company name. Now you see when you do this, it goes over to B. It's not the end of the world. You will go up here to A. You see how it has the line. You just drag it over a little bit. Then you'll do it all the way across. So next is company symbol. on company symbol, spell, spell. Company symbol, I think it was number of shares. Same thing, spread that out a little bit. Current value and total are the last two. So current value and total. And you can drag these out. Now, what I also like to do is make these bold and centered. So bold. So you can do the bold up here, and then to center it, you go over to, it says horizontal align, click the middle, then you're good to go. You can also drag 4 down so it looks a little better, right? So these will be at the bottom. All right, so you have that. You're up to this point, you're doing awesome. All right, again, if this is a video, so if you need to pause it or rewind it or whatever, you can absolutely do that. Just take your time with it. It's important that we get it set up right now, because if you set it up right now, then every other week's gonna be easy because you can just copy and paste it. So it's simple after this. It's just taking the time to actually get it set up right. All right. So next we're gonna do the border. So you will start with 5A. So we should be at 5A, we are. And you're gonna go down to 9, and then you're gonna go over to E. All right, so you will do this. Drag down 5. So you drag down to 9. Then you're gonna come all the way over to E. So these should all be highlighted. All right. Once you do that, it's easy to do the border. You go up to this little thing that says border right here. You click it. You will see all borders. All right. So this will do the inside and outside of each cell. You click it. There we go. We got that set up. So now you are looking more like this. All right. Now the tricky part in this is setting up your formulas. All right. So eventually you're going to be doing 4 companies. So you're going to have a company here, 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 and here. And I will show you guys that in a little bit. And then symbols, a number of shares. But what you want to do is set up your formulas. That way Sheets does the math for you. That way you're not typing in every single number and having to calculate everything. If you're in intro to business, so you have to at least have some interest in business. If you are planning on making a career out of business, whether you're in marketing, sales, accounting, whatever you do, you have to know how to use Sheets or Excel. So this is kind of an easy way to learn this right away. I saw in my class earlier today that when I'm on my deathbed and I'm looking back at my life, the number of hours I spent using Excel to do things in business is just insane. So this is an important skill set to have right now. All right, so number of shares. I'm just going to put in fake numbers real quick so you can see how this works. So say I'm doing 5 shares at $6 a piece. All right, so I put in the 5 and 6. So when you're looking at your total, the total is going to be the number of shares times the current value, right? That's how much money you want to have right here. So to do that, you would need to calculate 5 times 6. So to do the formula, you will click the equal sign. All right. Then you will look at the cell that you're in. So this 5 is in cell C, is in row 5. So you'll put C, 5. Then you're going to multiply it. So multiplying in Sheets is the little star sign. So on your computer it should be Shift 8. You will have the star sign pull up. Then you will need to multiply it by the value of 6, which is in D, 5. So D, 5. And all you do is click out of the cell and it'll automatically do it. Boom, 30 right there. Now you can do this a very simple way. I mean, you can technically do a formula for each row if you want to, right? So this will just be the same thing, equal C6, because you're doing this times E6. Pull up, unless you put numbers in here, 4, 5, 20. Another way you can do it is just click on the cell, and you will see when you click here, you have like a little plus sign. You just drag that down to, and it's automatically going to do it. So if you were to put numbers in here, 3 times 4, 5 times 6. All right, there you go. So automatically calculates. These are dollars right here. All right. So what you can do to make sure that it is dollars is highlight these numbers. You will go up to here where it says format as currency. You click the dollar sign and it pulls up numbers. So there you go. That way you know your current value is that you bought that many shares and the total is this. Now the last, so you're going to choose 4 companies. The last box, the 5th box in your table is going to be savings. So on this, you can type in savings. And we will go over that in a second. So this is where we're at now. Now, the very last thing is this box right here, and you can see it right here, how you need to have a total of $100,000. That is important for the first week, right? Because we're giving you $100,000 to spend. I want to make sure you have $100,000 here. So you will need to do another formula that will add up all of these numbers. All right. So you will do the equal sign again, and then it's all adding. So this is E5, so E5. Then you want to do the plus sign, right? Because you're adding everything. So plus will be E again, E6. So E6 plus E7 plus E8. Then you'll go down to E9, which will be the last one. And then when you click out of that, voila, I don't have the total. So savings, we'll just say 14 to get done. And again, if you want to do this as a dollar, you just go here. All right. So that is how you set up your table. All right. Now, as far as finding stocks, I'm having my class do some research on their virtual day on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to see what stocks they want. Now, for my class, I'm not giving out any extra points if you become a millionaire off of this, or if you are, hundreds of $1,000s in the hole at the end of this. So I don't care what company they pick. I don't care how well they do. My goal, and I think Mrs. Gowdy's too, is just to see how well you guys are keeping stock and get you guys to realize that the stock market's kind of crazy, especially now with COVID. I don't see any of you guys making a lot of money just with the economy how it is, but it would be good to pick companies you like and see how well they do and track them throughout the trimester. So let's go ahead and empty this. Change all these values to zeros. All right. So now we have to go and look for companies. All right. So on this page, there's a link that you can look up stocks. All right. So you will click that and go here. All right. Then you can look up companies you're interested in. So Apple, who doesn't like Apple? You guys all live on your phones or devices. Maybe you don't. Most of you probably do. So you find the company you want. So if you type in Apple, there's a lot of options that come up. I just want regular good old Apple. So on my spreadsheet, I will type in the company name, which is Apple Inc. So go over here, Apple Inc. I will look up the symbol, which will be, where'd it go? Right here in the blue. So AAPL. and we'll look at the value. So it's trading at 122.87. So in the current value, 122.87. And again, each week this is going to change. Number of shares, let's say I'll do 150 shares for now. I might change that in a minute, but for now, 150 shares. All right, so that's where I am. I go and look up another business. Go back to search. What have I done? Let's do Honda. All right, so Honda Motor Company. All right. So I'm just going to put Honda Motor CO in here. They are HMC, so we will put HMC. Now let's look at the value. Ooh, they're not trading well, so 29.19. Let's just do, I don't know, let's do 200 for now. Again, these are just numbers I'm throwing in there. Same thing. Let's see, is any social media on here? Is Facebook on here? It is Facebook Inc. So let's trade some Facebook. You guys don't use Facebook. That's what old people do. So Facebook is just FB. All right. Makes sense. They are trading at 288.31. 288.31. Let's just do 100 shares of that. And then let's do one more. Let's just do Uber. That's easy. So Uber comes up itself. Uber Technologies. So we'll go to our thing. Uber is Uber. It's easy enough. They are trading at 52.63, 52.63. Let's do 150 shares of them. So we look where we're at. All right, so we're at $60,000. We want to try to get this, at least for my class, I like to see you invest in stocks that are close to $100,000. All right. So you can up a few. If we do 200, 250, let's do 200. Let's up this. Do 198. There we go. Then the rest in savings, we'll just put the difference between the two. I'll be honest. I want to do work. Technology can do work for me. So 100,000 minus 9954.24. Except I need to do that the correct way. So 100,000 minus 99954.24. So 45.76 left over. All right. So when it's all said and done, all of these should equal $100,000. So for the first week for my class, that's literally all I want you to do. All right. I want you to set up your form. I want you to find your 4 companies. I want you to get a total number of shares you want for the 4 companies. I want you to look at their current value, put your savings here to make $100,000, and that is it. So if you guys can do that, you are good to go. Mrs. Gowdy will have you share it with her. I'm going to have my class share it with me, but I'm also going to have you put it on a Google Doc, and we'll go over that in class next week. Right now, all I really care that you guys do is get this set up the right way. So hopefully this video helps. Like I said, get it done for my class, get it done Friday, have it ready before you come in next week. So if you are a Monday student, make sure to have all this up and ready to go Monday for class. If you're a Green Day student, make sure you have it all ready for Tuesday. If you are one of my ever-growing quarantine students, get it done and get it on that document. All right. So for my class, let me show you that real quick. So on my Canvas page, I have stock market Google Drive links. You just click that. Remember, you'll go to share. You can either share it with an email, or an easy way is just change and link it to all of Westwood Washington schools. I'm totally good with that. You'll just hit copy link, done. Go to the assignment, put your name. There you go. So for my class, you can do that. That way we have it all on one sheet, and I can pull it up and look at it whenever I need to. Make sure to put it under the appropriate class period. All right. And that will be that. All right, guys. Like I said, I hope that video helps you out a little bit. If you need anything, again, message me, shoot me a Canvas message. Same with Mrs. Gowdy. I'm sure if you shoot her a Canvas message, she'll be happy to help you guys out. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.